Hey guys. So I talked a little bit in yesterday's video about the left's demographic and behavioral characteristics. I separated liberals into Group A and Group B. Group A is representative of the masses. They typically fear social alienation, and they tend to conform to the majority opinion to protect their personal and professional lives. Group B is representative of the wealthy liberal elites. This analysis of the left made me realize that I expend way too much energy on soft liberals that I think can be converted. But in this aha moment earlier this week, it occurred to me that this is not a worthwhile endeavor because these people will conform to majority-held beliefs whether or not they are proactively converted. So I think the best way to destroy the left is to focus all of our efforts on continuing to expose the corruption of the elite, as well as discrediting the mainstream media while simultaneously building up our platforms. Just this week, we saw reports from the alt media outlining very legitimate concerns about Hillary's health. After gaining so much traction, the mainstream media felt compelled to address these issues. This is exactly what we need to keep doing, making factual, evidence-based reports that get your average Joe's attention because they appeal to reality and common sense. Mainstream media numbers are abysmal. Trust in the mainstream media is shockingly low. But channels like mine pop up every single day. Everyone with an iPhone is a journalist, and the arrogant mainstream media thinks that they can show us this.
With his sister calling for peace.
Don't bring the violence here and the ignorance here.
When they had to know that we would find out that it was actually this.
Y'all burning down shit we need in our community. Take that shit to the suburbs. Burn that shit down. We need our shit. We need our weed.
When you can get immediate, unfiltered footage from events on Periscope, when you can tailor your news sources on Twitter, and you can subscribe to channels on YouTube that you like and align with and only watch what you want, you immediately become more difficult to propagandize. And this is the tremendous power of the alternative media. Our most powerful tool in this very important election cycle is going to be free, unfettered information exchange and the ability to say whatever we want. Without being able to grow the alternative media, we will not be able to uproot the cultural Marxism that has infected our country. Similarly, we will not be able to expose elites without the power of the internet. WikiLeaks effectively dismantled the DNC, and the threat of exposure by the people and to the people will continue to force political figures to operate with some level of transparency. As elites are exposed and an alternative to biased mainstream media arises, the first serious opportunity in decades for sensible people to take back the country has emerged. But this won't be enough. As long as millions are bound to the Democratic Party through their dependency, the nature of the elites running it and the media supporting said elites is irrelevant. For progressivism, as we know it, to die, there must be a destructive external force paired with a destructive internal force. And the latter is already apparent. We have seen entitled thugs from Black Lives Matter throw a tantrum at a gay pride parade in Toronto where they were honored guests. We are seeing the gay community reject gay white men for having too much privilege. We are seeing feminists reject transgenders in women's sports, whose equal rights feminists clamor for incessantly. If the mainstream media completely loses its influence, if elites are exposed, and if internal disputes continue to fracture from within, we have a real chance to seize the narrative. And although Marxist indoctrination is still occurring on a daily basis in academia and schools, the value of a college degree has plummeted, and the higher education bubble is going to burst, substantially decreasing enrollment and subsequently adjusting education expectations in the workplace. The left is on the precipice of losing all of its forces of present and future indoctrination. I believe that now is the only time that we can regain control over our country. If morally bankrupt elites like the Clintons and George Soros seize power, run the country into economic ruin while fanning the flames of civil unrest, all the while protected by the best security that money can buy and living in a safe, luxurious compound, it will be our civic duty to kill these people. And I mean French Revolution style, although we probably should have a better plan in place than they did. But sometimes I wonder, have we the stomach for this? The elites have lost their fear of the masses. They can lie to our faces about $400 million ransom payments. They can use the media to force a physically, mentally, and morally unfit candidate on us that has already grossly compromised our national security. They can steal our money and give it to whomever they see fit despite our protests. They can indoctrinate our children from kindergarten through college with a globalist Marxist agenda. And through all of this, most don't even notice, like frogs in a pot of boiling water. I ask you, at what point do we take it back, even by force? It is time that we dig down and find the part of us that is capable of taking these measures. So thanks for watching and supporting my channel on Patreon, linked below. Check me out on Twitter at LibtardAmerica, or I will see you in the comment section. See you guys soon.